Welcome everyone, it's Sunny in Van, where the grass is always greener. On this show, we like to shed some light on real estate, business, the blockchain, and cryptocurrencies. This is Season 1, Episode 4. Please do like this video and subscribe to this channel. Hey, how do you guys feel about the new jingle that we have in the intro? It's pretty cool. Well, at least I think so. Like for the jingle. Before we get started, let's get the disclaimer out of the way. The information on this channel is for educational purposes only. This is not professional or financial advice. Now, with that being said, let's get on with the show. On to real estate news.
It's sunny. It's sunny in Van.
Deadline to declare your property under Vancouver's empty home tax is Feb 2nd. Nearly 70,000 homeowners in the city still need to declare their property's status to avoid paying a 3% tax on its value. Homeowners in Vancouver are being reminded they have 2 weeks to declare their property as primary residence or face charges under the city's empty home tax. Luxury real estate in Canada may be entering a buyer's market in 2023, according to a new report out this week from Sotheby's International Realty Canada. Canadian home prices post second drop as high rates hit buyers. CREA predicts 2023 home sales to edge down 0.5% from 2022 mark. REITs provide safer alternative for wannabe landlords. Dale Jackson. There's a lesson for anyone wanting to expand their investments beyond a home to the wide world of real estate. Real estate investment trusts, REITs, are the safer way to make money. Dale Jackson writes for bnnbloomberg.ca. A report found real estate properties in 12 out of 22 Ontario housing markets are selling quicker than homes in Toronto. Now let's move on to crypto.
It's sunny. It's sunny in Van.
Alright, let's just see where the Bitcoin is today. As you can see, it is roughly at 22,500 USD. It has been pumping. Look at this. It's gone up quite a bit. If you look at this of the previous days, let's see when this was pumping from. Let's just say Saturday the 7th. So January 2023 on the 7th. From there onwards, it went from roughly 16,900 USD, and now it's sitting at 22,500, call it 600 USD. Now let's go back again to the all-time highs as before. It was roughly at 70,000 USD. And then you can see that massive decline that it started to have here. But again, look at that pump. So if you had purchased around this time, dollar cost averaging, it would have gone all the way up from 16,600 USD all the way to 22,500. Maybe it's a good time to realize your gains. I'm not sure if you're trading or not, but if you do sell here, that's quite a bit of money that you would have made. Now, you don't always have to purchase a full Bitcoin. You can always purchase portions and make sure that you are only investing. Let's make sure that you are only investing funds that you are okay to lose if anything were to happen. That's not going to hurt you financially. Now, if you're interested in these charts and this charting software, there's quite a few indicators that you can have with this charting software. This is known as TradingView. And if you are interested in this software, you can take a look at the description below. We'll have an affiliate marketing link provided for you under movement. Before we go on any further, I would like to say that any affiliates that we do have with links provided, we may earn a commission that helps us produce the content on this channel. So there are referral fees as well as commissions paid out for us to promote certain products, such as TradingView and Ledger Nano wallets. Now, Ledger Nano wallets are great for cryptocurrencies. The reason being, if you leave your cryptocurrency on the exchange and something were to happen, you do not physically own that crypto. That is the reason you need to move your funds off these type of exchanges and move it into a cold storage wallet. The one that is a Ledger Nano looks like a USB, and you can move all your crypto onto there. It's a cold storage hardware wallet, which then you would unplug and leave it in a safe space. Make sure you keep all your passcodes and your phrases with you in multiple places, maybe at the bank. You got a safety deposit box, or you have some type of security box at home, because it is very crucial that you keep the safe phrases, the passcodes, etc., that are part of this. When you're trying to access that crypto, you have all that information handy. and you'll be able to access it. Because if you lose that, you will not be able to access your crypto. Again, do not leave your crypto on exchanges unless you are thinking about day trading, weekly trading, monthly trading. That if you're active, then yes, you can buy and sell. But if you are just holding, do not leave your crypto on these exchanges. Now, with that being said, let's move on to the next one. Apple stock right now, it is currently at $137 US. It has gone up since Tuesday, which is January 3rd, 2023. It's gone up from 125 to 137. Not the biggest move here. Let's see if we can go back to see all-time highs. Well, that's way too far. Let's just go here. Around $183 US was all-time high. Again, not so far down from the all-time high. I do expect this to go up. We'll see what happens with the economy. There's still a lot to happen this year. Is inflation going to be taken care of? Are the interest rates still going to rise? We'll see what happens mid-year or the second half of the year. Let's move on to Amazon stock. Amazon stock is currently at $97 US. It itself has a little bit of a pump as well, but you can see a little bit of a downwards trend, and it has gone up a little bit here. So a little bit of pump since Thursday, January 5th. Not a big one. All-time highs for this stock was roughly at $188 US. Let's move on to Tesla. Tesla stock is looking at $133. Now this one is looking like it's had a consistent downwards trend. It had a little bit of sideways action here, but not a whole lot. All-time high, you're looking at $414 US, and right now you're sitting at roughly $133 US. All right, now let's move on to some business news.
It's sunny. It's sunny in Van.
China's likely to rebound in 2023, but much depends on the consumer. CREA shares. Arizona says developers don't have enough groundwater to build west of Phoenix. Dubai continues to benefit from crisis and the Russia-Ukraine war. Elon Musk takes the stand in trial over 2018 Tesla tweet. Elon Musk, Tesla Inc.'s chief executive, took the stand on Friday in a jury trial over his 2018 Twitter post that he had funding secured to take the electric car maker private, which shareholders allege cost them millions in trading losses. ABB sells power conversion division for $505 million. ABB sold its US-based power conversion business to Akbel Polytech Inc. for $505 million, the Swiss engineering and technology company said on Friday. Wall Street rallies to end higher on Alphabet, Netflix lift. US stocks rallied to close higher on Friday as the S&P 500 and Dow snapped a 3-session losing streak, and the Nasdaq rose more than 2% as quarterly earnings helped lift Netflix, while Google parent Alphabet climbed after announcing job cuts. That's a little bit scary. Jobs cuts going on out there, people. Make sure you're safe and secure. Oil settles up more than 1% on China demand outlook, second weekly gain. Oil settled up about $1 a barrel on Friday and notched a second straight weekly gain as China's economic prospects brightened, boosting expectations for fuel demand in the world's second biggest economy. Tech stock rebound faces doubters with earnings season ahead. A spate of earnings reports in coming weeks is set to test a recent bounce in technology and other mega cap stocks, a category whose leadership position in US markets has faltered after last year's deep sell-off. Fed can likely slow runoff as bank reserves near 10% to 10% of GDP. The Federal Reserve can probably start to slow its balance sheet runoff once banks' reserves fall to around 10% or 11% of gross domestic product. Fed Governor Christopher Waller said on Friday. U.S. fines J&J $9.75 million over kickbacks to surgeon for overseas surgeries. Johnson & Johnson and its Deploy Synthesis unit will pay $9.7 million to settle U.S. Department of Justice accusations that Deploy illegally provided free products to a Massachusetts surgeon who used them in spinal surgeries in 6 Middle Eastern countries. Google parent cuts 12,000 jobs after pandemic hiring spree. Google's parent Alphabet Inc. is cutting about 12,000 jobs as it faces a different economic reality. It said in a staff memo, the latest among tech giants to downsize after a pandemic-led hiring spree left them flabby in a weak economy. Wow, 12,000 jobs. That is intense. GM LG Energy drop plan for fourth US JV battery plant. General Motors Co. and LG Energy Solution do not plan to move forward with a fourth US battery cell manufacturing plant, two sources told Reuters on Friday. Now let's move on to blockchain news.
It's sunny. It's sunny in Van.
Genesis claims $5.1 billion in liabilities in first-day bankruptcy filing. 3 of the institutional crypto brokerages entitled filed for Chapter 11 protection late Thursday. Bitcoin soars over 22,000 to reach 4-month high. Bitcoin rose over 5% and hit its highest level since mid-September. Market watchers will be eyeing the Federal Reserve's next utterances. Genesis owes over $3.5 billion to top 50 creditors. Genesis has over 100,000 creditors among the 3 of its companies that declared bankruptcy. Craig Wright's blacklist resembles Bitcoin kill switch. Satoshi never followed through on. The blacklist manager was unveiled in October and is part of Bitcoin's SV's digital asset recovery process. Former FTX US president manages to raise funds from Coinbase Circle for his new firm after publicly blasting SBF. Brett Harrison, former president of FTX US, has managed to raise funds from major crypto investors such as Coinbase Ventures and Circle Ventures after publicly blasting Sam Bankman-Fried. Shiba Inu price is up 20%. This week is the best coin to buy in crypto right now. That's the question. Shiba Inu price is keeping the meme coin hype live with its massive rally this week, netting 20% in gains. Now let's move over to some real estate.
It's sunny. It's sunny in Van.
All right, everyone. Now it is time for this part of the show. We're going to take a look at a property on realtor.ca and we'll do a quick analysis on this property. Let's go with minimum $275,000 and let's go with a max of $500,000. Let's go 1+ beds and 1+ bathrooms. Now let's take a look at what is available. Let's look closer to this Kitsilano area. Hopefully this is a good property here. Listed at $499,000 on 1953 West 5th Avenue. Let's take a look here. Now, if you're interested in this property, it looks like the listing agent here is Gord Reimer, Personal Real Estate Corporation. Looks like he is part of Remax Sabre Realty Group. If you want to get a hold of him, 604-942-0606. Now let's take a look at some of these pictures here. It looks like this is the outside. Does look like a much older building here, apartment building. Got some trees, there's the entrance, some brickwork going on. It looks like this is the little lobby. Okay. Black countertops, white cabinets, black appliances. A little bit older for sure. But you are in the Kitsilano area, well close by it. Little office area, futon here. Living room, some books. A little bit of open concept, but I'm not sure if this one would be for everyone. It looks like the bedroom and the living room is just open here, more of like a bachelor type of suite. Not sure if there should be curtains up here. Small little kitchen though. Little view out there. City line. Better view, better picture, I guess. Small little balcony. There's a bathroom here. Laundry room, it looks like it's shared. You got some trails here, bike routes. Oh, look at that. That's nice. You can enjoy your days out here on the beach. Beautiful. A little bit of layout. Balcony, living, dining area, bedroom. You got the washroom here, kitchen, the foyer. Closet over here as well. It looks like that. Those are all the pictures. Now let's talk about the details. Let's go over to the description here. Cheapest home in Kitsilano. Solano Place. Incredible opportunity to break into Vancouver's most desirable neighborhood. Professionally managed boutique building in the heart of Kits. Step to the ocean beach, world-class shopping, restaurants, Arbutus Greenway walk bike trail, and future Arbutus SkyTrain station. Walking distance to Granville Island and downtown Vancouver with easy access to transit services. This well-maintained 3-story building is quiet, friendly, and has healthy contingency reserve fund, which is always good. The building features secured underground parking for residents and visitors and a bike room. The unit features an open layout with an option to add a sliding door for the bedroom plus balcony with city views, and comes with 1 parking stall and storage locker. Rentals and pets allowed. That's great. Now, it's been on realtor.ca for 4 days. Built in 1976, 449 square feet, and roughly $1,250 a year in annual property taxes. Let's see if we could get some more information. Now, in this little area right here, population is 561. Average household income is $74,500. Number of households is 368. Median age of people living there, working there, is 36. And households with children is 25%. Now let's head over to a website to see what are the mortgage rates currently. The best right now, 5-year fix, is 4.49. And let's see what the best checking account or savings account a bank can offer with the most return. Right now, you're looking at Savin Financial high interest savings account. Never used this company before, but they are offering 3.75. As you can see, there are multiple ones over 3.25 or 3%. Let's go down and we can see the bigger banks, BMO, Scotiabank, HSBC, and so forth, are well below 2%. So the reason that we're going to do this is going to be part of our analysis on how to make money that is more than 3.75% in real estate when we do the analysis on this home. Now let's move on to the analysis. We do love doing this.
It's sunny. It's sunny in Van.
Let's change this to $499,000. Property that we had looked at previously. It is in Vancouver condo, 1 bedroom, 1 washroom, 4.49%. We looked on that website as the best interest we can get. Compounded semi-annually, you'll get 4.54%. Now let's head over to our analysis here. Once again, thank you so much for Indy and the Movement team for putting this all together for us. If you are interested in any digital marketing services, please do reach out to them at 604-283-7610, or you can always check out their website at movement.com. Now, let's get on to this analysis, but before we do, let's move it out to 5%, and we'll move it towards, 10, 20, 25% as we go along here. But let's just start off with 5%. All right, 5% down payment. If you put 5% down on this property, on a $499,000 property, your down payment would be roughly $25,000. This would leave you with a mortgage of roughly $474,000 on a mortgage rate of 4.54%. At 30 years of amortization, your mortgage payment will be $2,400. Now, look at your monthly expenses. Look at your salary. Would this property be affordable to you? If it is not affordable and looking to get some real estate, look into if you can go in a property with another investor or partner or whatever it may be. Maybe ask some friends, family, if you're able to get some money together, get that down payment, and to be able to afford this mortgage. Now, a rough estimate on what your salary will be required to be able to obtain a mortgage of $474,000, you would need roughly a salary of $79,000. You would need this salary to be approved by the banks to have a $474,000 mortgage. Now, if you kept this property for 1 year, you would be building an equity of $7,600 from the monthly mortgage payments that you are paying. Over the course of 5 years, you would get $41,600 of equity built.
It's sunny. It's sunny in Van.
All right, everyone, this part of the show, it's called Sunny to the Moon. and let's go over to 20% down, and let's make this a rental property and see where we are. Now, Sunny to the moon, we love doing this. We love analysis, putting together graphs, formulas, all this data. There's so much going on. You're just like, what's going on here? Let me break this down for you so this makes some sense. Now, this is as if you were buying that same condo, but you are using it as a rental property with 20% down. Now, if you were to put 20% down and you bought this property at $499,000, your down payment would be close to $100,000, but it would leave you with a $400,000 mortgage. That is again on 4.54% interest over 30 years. Your mortgage payment goes down to roughly $2,000. Now, the beautiful thing about this, and the reason I say beautiful, is because it looks like this is a cash flow property. Now, this analysis is based upon potential rent. In this area, you would get a potential rent of $2,400. That would offset your mortgage payment and the net rent over and above that mortgage payment. So you get your gross rent of $2,460 less your mortgage payment. You're left with $280 of net rent. You can use this to build yourself a hedge fund to make sure that you have enough saved to help pay with unexpected costs. This is easier to pay for than if it was a 5% down and if you were living in this yourself, because your mortgage is taken care of. Month to month, you'll be building $500 of equity. In 1 year, you would have $6,300 or $6,400 of equity built. In 5 years, you're looking at $35,000 of equity built. But let's take this a little bit further. Let's add the rent to the equity. So on a month-to-month basis with rent, you're making $800 a month. In 1 year, with the rent included and the equity, you would have close to $10,000. And in 5 years, you would have roughly $56,000. Now, let's run this through again one more time. If you bought a property for $499,000 with a down payment of roughly $100,000, your mortgage amount would be $400,000. Your monthly mortgage payment would be roughly $2,000. That is if the monthly rent was at $2,460. Now, the month-to-month profit that you're making off the rent is $282. And the cool thing about this is the down payment on a yearly return on investment with rent would be 3.39%. What this means is, using your down payment of $100,000, you're making 3.39% on a yearly basis, which isn't bad. We looked at the bank. I think the highest one that we saw for interest if you leave your money in the bank is 3.75. So we'll see how much you need to put down to move this number up so it surpasses the bank. Now again, equity built in 5 years is $35,000. Now, potential property value increase over 5 years, the property could potentially go up to $581,573. That is well above $499,000. Now, in 5 years, that would mean that the property went to $82,500. So you would have made a property value increase of $82,000. So if you sold the property, think about making $82,000. Now, if we take the potential down payment with the 5-year return on investment, so let's include the rent, the equity, and the property value increase. If we included all those factors, this would then equal to 139% return. That is if you sold the property in 5 years. Now, to be able to afford this property as rental income and your salary combined, the bank is now only requesting that you have $53,000 of salary. That is well below $78,000. Now, you will only require $52,000 to be able to take on a mortgage of $400,000. That is much easier to do than $78,000. So if you're able to afford this, this is a great way to build passive wealth. Now, let's take it one more step further. Let's see how much down payment do we need to surpass the bank's 3.75. It may only be 25% down. Let's go 25% down. And there you go. With 25% down, Now you'll be making $409 on a month-to-month basis. If we take it to 1 year, that's roughly $5,000 in rental income that you have made. In close to 1 year, you're going to have $5,000 of rental income built, $6,000 of equity. 5 years, you're going to have $30,000 of rental income, and as well as $32,000 built in equity. On the 5-year mark, if we combine those two numbers, you're at roughly $62,000 made in 5 years. And again, your down payment with your return on investment with rent, equity, and property value increase does decrease to 115%. The reason being, you are putting more down here because of the 25%, so your return is that much less. If we were to go down to like 5%, you'll see that it's a bigger increase. However, this is also taking into consideration if you had rental income coming in. As we go back to 20%, you'll see it's at 139% right now. If you had a down payment and we're calculating the yearly return on investment, which includes the rent, equity, and property value increase, that is if the property were to increase to $581,000 in 5 years. Now, a crazy part of this is, let's say the interest rate was at 1.99, and if we do a calculation here, look at your rental income that you're making after paying off your mortgage, and as well the mortgage, you only need $1,400. The month to month is all they require to pay off this loan for $400,000. But over and above that, the bank will only want you to have $35,000 in a salary to be able to afford this. That is huge. That is huge decrease to be able to afford a home like this. But over and above that, look at your rental income. In a year, you're making $10,000. Over and above that, look at what happens to your return on investment on the down payment with the rent. You're now at 10%. That is well above the bank rate. However, that is only if you're at 1.99% as your interest rate. We are clearly not there. We don't know if the interests are going to increase again, and we'll see how the second half or towards the end of the year looks like if the interest rates are going to start reversing. Right now, you're at more like 4.54%. As you can see, you're not going to make that same return as you would if the interest was much lower. Now, again, this information included is for educational purposes only. This is not financial or professional advice. We do hope this video has brought you a lot of value and understanding about real estate and return on investments. This is really good to look into when you are purchasing a home, understanding where you want to be in life, create that plan, get ahead, help out your family, help out your loved ones, make sure you get ahead of life, do whatever you can to get that money, people. You don't want to be struggling in the years to come. Again, if you want to get the benefits of a full team without having to pay for it, get creative with Movement. Now, they do offer a lot of services here. You got social media, blogging and SEO, video and YouTube, data entry and VA services, lead gen and website. Make sure you call them at 604-283-7610. Thank you so much for taking out the time and being here with us today. It is Sunny and Van. Well, everyone, that is the conclusion of this show. We hope you liked it and it brought you a lot of value. Again, please do like this video and subscribe to this channel. If you have any comments, please do leave it below. And if you have a property that you would like us to look into and provide an analysis, again, leave that in the comments below. We'll take a look and hopefully we can put it into next week's video. With that being said, Sunny out.